Here comes C.I. Gibson. Alvaro. They gave it to Jackson. They gave it back up top to Kevin Wright. Alvaro has a good look. Jax takes the jumper. Rebound by Trevor. And the Wildcats with a 2-point lead will bring it across the line. 3:10 to play. Inside. And it goes down for the little guard.
Rashad, heart of a champion. Had a bad regulation game except for that tying 3-pointer. And now he comes back and it's a big 2-pointer.
Now they match up. Wright. And a good hand to get in there by Mark Rowe. And the Wildcats get it back 45-41 with 2:42 on the clock. Barrington Carter. They go over across the side. Shotty. Baseline pulls up. And he gets it to go down off the glass.
Ricardo, you remember me saying that shot? I wondered how CI would rebound from that. That game is virtually over. And now, you know, I think they just lost the composure.
And they call a timeout on the floor. 47-41 with 2:31. Here's that play by Rashad. Baseline move. Stops. You see Gio coming. Throws it up. Little kisser off the glass somewhat. And it goes down. And he's hit two big baskets to give his team a 47-41 lead. And you can see the Wildcats celebrating here in New Providence at the Kendall Isaac Gymnasium. But there's a lot of time on that clock.
But I hope the fans from both teams don't wear pacemakers, because let me tell you something. This could really jolt the pace down.
I want to give you a joke. We got some reporters in here from the various media houses. They're holding their heart. They didn't even expect this to go the way it's gone to this point. So we'll see how that all works out right now. The possession arrow is to the Wildcats. The ball is inbound now to the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. They need a basket. Turan gives it up. Jax. Oh, a reach going to be called. That's going to be called on the little guard. Let's see what they call it on. Maybe on Nesbitt. We'll see. But both teams in the bonus, so they'll go to the line, and in the bonus, they will shoot. Both teams in the bonus, the fouls carry over. So Jax will go to the line, and he gets a chance here to shoot two. Big basket here.
This is overtime, Carter, and I'm just wondering, he missed that first shot, and those legs really have anything left in them.
And you'll see now who has the legs to get him through this last one. And he hits that one.
Yeah, he's a champion.
They go for the trap. And the little guard in Nesbitt, he gets it across. Holy cow, and he turns it over. There they come the next way. Ball goes back to the Gibson Rattlers. Nesbitt simply out of control.
Tried to do too much.
A little bit too much with the basketball, but the Rattlers get it back, and they can make something happen here. They need a basket. 2:05, 47-42. Jax pulls up. And didn't hit anything. You said about the legs. Can the legs sustain?
But when they did this now, even though he's a lefty, as he approached the lane, they stepped up and so cut down the angle.
Oh, and the Wildcats throw it over. Barrington Carter gave it right back.
I blame Rashad for that. He's over here on the right side of the court. 99.9% of the time I run the ball in my point guard hand.
So he can handle it.
Hey, go get that ball, man.
That's it. Here's a golden opportunity here for C.I. Gibson, folks. 153, 47-42. In favor of the John Hayward Wildcats. 3-point try. Ball loose on the floor, and they get it back. Another clock. And they're going to foul Jackson. Tell you what, he is taking the ball inside, and he is not giving any quarter at all when it comes to making sure he gets to near the basket on the inside. Now, can he get these to drop? Very important. The clock is stopped. Got to hit him.
He seems to be a guy who shoots a very high percentage, so he's been there before. Let's put it that way.
And KJ setting his Defense to go back to the trap. That's
one
off the
shot. I
rim.
can see it from the left hand.
And the Wildcats get it back. Trevor Williams with the basketball. Takes it across the line. They give it to Nesbitt. 1:32 on the clock. 47-43. We're in overtime. The finals of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament. Mark Roll inside. Ball in this. Ball still loose on the ground. Block shot. Gio Bain gets it back. Here come the Rattlers. Kevin Wright. Double team. Oh boy. And then tell you what, Kevin Wright had a lane and it closed very quickly. Clock has stopped.
Fatigue is really a factor now. I mean, it's affecting both teams. The play's getting a little bit sloppy. Players don't seem to be as strong as they were in the first quarter, but that's expected. This is going to come down to taking care of the basketball, working for the high percentage shot. I think with the 4-point lead, Wildcats were rushing it a little bit. I would have run that clock down as much as I possibly could.
I want to tell you what, right now the Wildcats, they're trying to get some kind of productivity out of that team. They've been rushing their shots, and I believe that's the conversation over there. But on the other side of the coin, KJ's telling them, look, there's a minute and 11 seconds on the clock. We got to protect the basketball. We got to also cash in the charity strike when we get the opportunities.
If you notice in C.I. Gibson's last 4 possessions, Jacks basically drove to the basket on about 3 of them.
Let's go to Marcellus Hall, who's standing by. Marcellus, take it away.
Ricardo, we talked about free throws being a big factor in this ball game, and we saw it at the end of this regulation. Stevenson Jacks missing 1 of 2 free throws. That left the door open, and Rashad Nesbitt capitalizing. Now the momentum seems to have shifted towards the Jack Hayward Wildcats, and the C.I. Gibson Rattlers seem to be hearing the footsteps. Whether or not they'll be able to continue to come back in this game, it still is up for grabs. Again, it's coming down to free throws. They're going to have to make these free throws down the stretch. Otherwise, they could be in a whole world of trouble here down the stretch of this ball game.
Well, that one went down just a minute ago for Kevin. There's a second shot. And on the line is Barrington Carter with 109. It goes back to the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. And they get a fresh 24-second clock. Mark Rowe. And we're going to get a foul call, and that's going to be called on, it looks like number 5, yes, Lovato Hepburn.
Like I said earlier, Ricardo, Mark Rowe really...
There we go. Watch the play again on the slow motion. You can see the reach and the grab, and a good call by the officials right there on the play.
Like I said earlier, he was the kid that got hurt early in the game, went to the locker room. Some kids would have quit for the night, but he's been out there humbling on the court, but he has really made a difference in this ball game. Hustle bomb. Rebounds, hustle plays.
And the ball loose on the floor. The Wildcats get it back with a fresh 24-second clock. No, they don't give it to them, but they go in the corner. 9 seconds, and they foul Barrington Carter with 42 seconds on the clock.
I kind of questioned that foul there because he had about 7 seconds left. You're only down by what, 4 points? Now you're putting the guy in the line to possibly go ahead by 6. I don't think that was a good foul.
And Barrington Carter has been one of the more consistent shooters at the line. Let's see what he does here in this instant. Hits the first one.
Well, I didn't think it was a good foul.
49. And it's the second one.
Definitely wasn't a good foul.
50 to 44, but here comes C.I. Gibson. The shot, and it goes. And they're going to get another foul, and very quickly trying to get it across the line was Rashad. With 33 seconds, the clock is stopped again. And then they'll go to the line and shoot. You mentioned the fact that a good foul or not, it was trouble, and we're seeing it right now. And right now you can see that
a strategy might have been, since they were shooting free throws, is to set up a press. Because Rashad was able to get into that front court, and if he didn't foul him, he's going to score 2 points.
Going to the line now, it's going to be little Rashad Nesbitt. Hits the first one. This one, if it goes, is in trouble. And that was going to go out of bounds.
Still a lot of time, but so I wouldn't drop back. Okay, good. I'm just thinking like a coach now. They're playing a 2-3, but they got two guys up in the half court.
Here comes a Rattlers three-point shot. Oh, it goes! Big basket for the Gibson Rattlers, and they're going to foul with 24 seconds, and just like that, they're back in this thing, baby.
That's what I was trying to say. I was saying like that, I would press those guys. But they only had two guys up top there and three at the back, so one pass beat them, and that's a shot.
Now you go to the line, and you can see the shot there that goes. And we go back to live action. Campbell Williams misses the first one.
He's a veteran. I think he's going to hit the second one. It's going to take a three-pointer to win.
The crowd getting in it.
He's a veteran.
Missed the second one.
Oh, boy.
And the ball goes
C.I. Gibson really muffled.
Back to the Jack Hayward Wildcats. They lost it.
And the ball goes back to the Wildcats.
23 seconds on the clock.
Now you have to be careful on this inbound play.
And a turnover.
Wow. Got to be careful on the inbound play.
Barrington Carter.
Jackson's going to come to shoot free throws. Holy cow. We could be looking for a double overtime. I said take care of the basketball in the inbound play.
Double overtime. Don't leave your television sets just yet. It's not over, folks. They foul Stevenson Jacks, who goes to the line now and gets a chance now, and he shoots two. Hits the first one. And the momentum now swings to the...
See, this is what I was saying earlier. Coach Johnson is setting up a press. This is what I would have done with that lead.
Now we've got 21 seconds, 51-50. You're tied. And the ball is over Barrington Carter, and it goes back to C.I. Gibson.
Where is Rashad Nesbitt in that situation? God, like I said earlier, must come for the ball.
19 seconds on the clock. We're tied at 51. 14 seconds.
I would run this down and go for the last shot. It's tied. I can't lose.
51 all. 8 seconds.
Can't let him come in the lane.
7.
And
it goes! Holy cow! What a move by Gio Bain on the inside. Holy cow, just like that. The C.I. Gibson Rattlers, like I told you, it is not over until it's over. Can Lightning hit in the same place twice? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and it's over. The C.I. Gibson Rattlers have won the Hugh Campbell Basketball Tournament. Pure excitement here at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. The Wildcats can't believe it. The Rattlers do. They have won the title for a second time. They've been here 4 times before. This is their 4th trip. And they... And let's go to Marcellus, always standing by with Coach Kevin KJ Johnson. Marcellus, take it away. Well, we can't seem to get Marcellus over there. Let's see if we can try out again. See if we can go.
All right, Ricardo. We're here with Kevin KJ Johnson, head coach of the CI Gibson Rattlers. Kevin, a nail-biter here this evening, but you guys get it done. How do you feel?
First of all, I just want to thank God for giving us the strength and the victory today. You come out and worked hard. It's a job played action ball game. You had the game one in the first, before the overtime. They had a big three-pointer, but my guys never stopped fighting. All right? We prayed in the locker room, said, God, give us this victory today. And he did that. I helped us with that today.
They say hindsight is 20/20. Were you second-guessing yourself for not fouling at the end of regulation?
No, I was never second-guessing myself. I know these guys that fight, and they fight all year. We underachieved in the Chiefs over the state championship. But hey, C.I. Walker was a great team, and we came back. We know I had the heart of the champions of this team.
You had some unsung heroes in this game. Gio Bain, of course, again, big defensively in the middle. You had guys coming off the bench, Durant Parks. You had number 7 coming in as well, on the 5 off the bench. Looked as if that was a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. All these guys, that's why it's a team. We got to keep fighting, keep fighting. You know, Sajak never gave up, and you got to give us credit too. We never gave up. They went up 6 inside to the overtime. We never gave up.
Your second championship. This one feels as good as the first one?
It feels good because these guys fought and they win this one. And the back over now, so yeah!
All right, congratulations, Coach KJ Johnson. All right, Ricardo, Kevin Johnson, the CI Gibson Rattlers, they are your 2004 Hugh Campbell basketball champions.
Thank you very much, Marcellus. And I'll tell you what, a game of all games, as we saw tonight, it went to overtime. We saw these guys give it all. We saw the kids are disappointed to some extent. Some of them are jubilant. But it was one of those things, one of those games where it could have gone either way. You protect the basketball. You said to me before, when you get to this point, it's a premium. You got to protect that basketball. You must protect it. Very important.
You know, Ricardo, before the inbound play, I said, got to take care of the basketball. He got the ball, and I guess was waiting for someone to come and foul, but the ball got stripped from him, and difference in that ball game. Because CI would have obviously had to foul him with 21 seconds left, send him to the charity stripe. But that's basketball, that's sports, that's life. You live and you learn.
And you can see the faces of the Jack Hayward Wildcats, total rejection. Again, some mistakes. The kids aren't happy with what transacted, but that's the way the game is played. I mean, you wanted a game, and we told you that this was not for the weak of heart.
You know, my mentor in basketball, I must say, is Moan McFinn. Coach always told me, Chuck, you can't teach height. Height made the difference on that offensive rebound. Put back up, made the difference in the ball game. Gio Bain, hats off to Gio. Had a rough season. People looked at him as a 6'9", kid, figure he should dominate high school basketball. Had some miserable games, but he never quit. And today he made a difference in them getting back into the finals. And it is good that a kid like him actually hit the winning basket. So I wish him all the best in the future.
I tell you, and he's going to be heading off to school, and Kevin Johnson is still celebrating the big kid in Gio Bain, who simply played inside and made it happen again. I mean, Stevenson Jacks, and you can see it really rejected Coach Ivan Butler, who just sitting on the bench. You can't believe that the game was in his hand and simply it just went away.
But you know, seniors have to step up for you, and Jacks was a part of last year's final team. CI Walker won, but he's a veteran, and he showed it tonight. When they needed someone to take the ball to the hoop, the ball was always in his hands, and so that's what you need from your leaders.
Well, and as you can see, the Rattlers at center court, jubilant, celebrating. The Wildcats on the other end are leaving the court as they are heading to the locker room, where Coach Butler will address his team. But for right now, the moment belongs to the CI Gibson Rattlers, your Hugh Campbell basketball champions, and did it in overtime, coming from behind. And I tell you, what can you say about these kids, man? You know, they are doing everything that they could possibly do. And I like what's going on. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. The final score here, 53-51, CI Gibson Rattlers, your Hugh Campbell basketball champions. We'll be right back to the Kendall Isaacs Gym.